Absolute Wealth. Real investors, real results.
Hubert Sanders here with AbsoluteWealth.com. Let's take a look at RIMM, and the stock symbol on RIMM will be RIMM. We'll use the digital ink just in case you can't see it up here in the upper left-hand corner. It's RIMM for Research in Motion, which is obviously the big competitor to everyone else, like Android and, Apple. So, obviously RIMM's going to get smoked, and it has been getting smoked for a very long time. But it's actually bottomed as far as a company-wise. There's a lot of talk about potential takeovers and stuff like that, and they are starting to release the new operating system. So you can see nice little cup handle here, and then it had a failure point, new low, and now a double bottom, and you've rallied pretty good off this low. And now what have you got here? You've got a massive, for this stock it's massive anyway, a pro gap. And the reason we know it's a pro gap is because we can look at the actual volume associated with it, and the volume's pretty good. So you see this little white line, that's climactic volume, follow up by green, good volume going higher. Now, what you really want to see on RIMM is you want to focus in on this area, and you want to see that this is an overbought situation on statistical indicators, which means it's probably going to run out of gas. But when you have pro gaps, anytime you have a price action that's trading around 10 and it gaps up to 11 to 12 bucks, it's going to tell you it's statistically oversold. That's how indicators work. They tell you, like, hey, it's moved too high too quick. You got to be careful. So one way to do this, if you want to be careful, and if you've missed this entire up move, is you can just put a simple bracket on it, and a bracket would just be at the high of this area and the low of this area. So I could sell you either way, like, hey, RIMM's going lower, RIMM's going higher. But really, you don't have to be sold. All you have to do is just use a little common sense and logic. If it goes above this area, that's going to be a decent long. If it starts to break down below this area, 11.23, well, it's probably going to fill this gap, and it's going to fill half a gap first and then a full gap. So you can go either way on this trade. The long side looks like it has more potential than does the downside. Let's see where it's going to stop before it once again gets smoked, because usually anything that's below $15 has a magnet to $10, and then after that it's a magnet for $5, and almost hit $5, really, really close. And it's kind of just surviving the best it can here. So if you back up and you look at the fibs from the most recent high to the most recent low, it's got the potential to go to 1234 to 1366. And remember, we're still in full effect of the Santa Claus rally. Good luck. Hope it helps. I'll see you in the next trading video.